Do you know how to win in every single argument that you get into? Well, stick around because I'm going to share with you the 3 keys on how to win in any argument.
This is Soraya Altana. I'm a life designer, and you have the power to change in an instant.
Hi, this is Soraya Altana. I am your life designer and relationship and results coach. And I am so excited to share with you this topic because as I've been talking to people, as I coach people and I talk to people all around, and as I live with somebody, I realize that there are issues that we're constantly coming into crossing points and disagreements, right? And sometimes we get into arguments or we get into discussions, and sometimes they might get agitated. Well, I'm going to give you the 3 tips on what you can do to win in every argument, because these are powerful tools that you can use and see your relationships elevate instead of going down. So here's what happens, right? You come into a disagreement with somebody. Now you want to prove your point. Now you want to tell them off. Now you want to show them how it is, right? And here's one of the biggest quotes that has ever touched and affected my life and changed my life. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. We see things not as they are, but as who we are, as how we are. And I'm going to say it again. We see things not as they are, but as how you and I are. So we're looking into the world through our own lenses, and we're not seeing what that other person is looking at, right? So what are the things that happen is that we start trying to convince the other person that they are wrong, that they're not doing things right, that they're not seeing things right. But in reality, you know what? Is the other person is seeing it from their own perspective, from their own experience of the world, from their own interpretation, internal representation and interpretation of the world. So when are you going to coincide? You know what? It's not going to happen in an agitated, heated up argument where now everything is flying and now everybody's going to the corner and the bell is ringing and you have the gloves on and you're going to go at it. And you know how I know? Because I've been there and I've done that. Until I learned to do it differently, and then I gave up on those boxing gloves. So I'm going to share with you the very first tip, and it is you want to have an intention. You want to have a clear intention of what is it that you're trying to accomplish when you come to an argument. Okay? Now, you can have a selfish, or you can have an intention that is going to it's going to bring you down the line, or you can have an intention to actually take and elevate your relationship. It doesn't matter if it's your spouse, your child, your mom, that person that you love and care about. You can damage, you can cause certain things with that relationship because of how you're showing up in that. So my first invitation to you is to have a clear intention. So could it be that you are there to prove your point, or could it be that you're saying, you know what, these two shall pass. Let's use this as building blocks and not as a stumbling block. Okay, so have a very clear intention. And if you are really sour because something happened and they're not doing what they said that they were doing, they're not showing up the way they should, and you have all these expectations, and yet you still want to prove that point, I'm going to invite you to take a pause before you do that and do something, and get into an exercise of gratitude for that person. Find the greatness in that person that it provides for you, because if they didn't, you would not be around them, right? But the fact that you are around them and the fact that you're having this conversation tells me that you want to be in that relationship. So find something that you can be grateful for about them. What is it that they've done for you? What is it that they provide for you? Where is it that your life is better because they are in your life? So that's my invitation. Have an intention, get a great intention, because when you're in gratitude, and here's a link that I'm posting for a video on gratitude that I did that you might want to watch. And when you're in gratitude, you cannot feel sour or angry and grateful at the same time, because you are experiencing a deep sense of bliss. You don't need to change many things. Now, from that place, my invitation is now you're ready to have a conversation. You're ready to have a discussion where you're going to win in that argument, right? So my tip number 2 is you have the humility to come in, right? Because this is not about you. This is not about you winning and them losing, because this is about the relationship. This is about the oneness that you can build with that person. It doesn't matter who it is. Again, it can be your dad, your child, your cousin, right? Somebody that you have a personal relationship with. And when you have the humility to say, you know what, I might be wrong, right? I can be, but I want to learn. Like I'm here to provide solutions. I don't want to be here as a part of the problem, replicating and creating more drama. I am here to create solutions. And when you do that, then everything changes because you're showing up differently. Now you're ready to move above the line, right? Instead of dropping down and getting into a slide and going below the line. So have the humility to say, you know what? I might be mistaken. And I learned this phrase from Joyce Meyer years and years ago, and it has served me, right? And she said that there is this phrase that she uses constantly, which I've adopted for me, and it really works. And it is a phrase. Whenever you're in a situation like that, it's a simple phrase that changes the course of where you're going, right? And it is, I might be mistaken. This is my point, but I might be mistaken. This is what I believe, but I might be mistaken. And when you do that, you soften all of that, because you're not judging anybody. You're not coming across as rigid, as square, as this is it, and you're going to do it and you will enjoy it because I say so, and now I'm in control mode, right? And that takes your relationships down. And that's what we're talking about. Relationship is more important than the task. The relationship is more important than you winning that argument. So you want to also pick your battles. Pick your battles, because you might lose one battle, but you're winning the whole world. That's how you win in every relationship. Now, you thought you came here to see how you're going to win every argument. Well, were you really paying attention? Because I said, this is how you can win in every argument. Because when you are putting the relationship first and saying, you know what, no matter what, I'm gonna take care of your dignity. I am gonna take care of mine, because I'm watching your back, because I'm being vulnerable here, but I'm also taking care of your vulnerability, and I'm not going to break anything here that is not necessarily, because we're here to build, we're here to construct, and that requires a new understanding. That requires you having a different awareness. Not everybody does this. Everybody wants to fight and go into a ring and wear the boxing gloves, right? And just be punching. And how do I know? Because I did it. And I did it often and often, and I was slamming doors, and I was getting angry, and I was leaving somebody just with talking. I would walk away, and I did it in different cities around the world, and I'm not very proud of that, but I didn't realize, I didn't understand that. I didn't watch this video. It took me years and trainings and seminars and me letting go to be able to now share this with you. But I'm giving you the snippets so that you can do this. Okay? So you want to have that humility and say, you know what? I see this. Let me see your point of view. You have the same thing, right? And this is the phrase that really, really, really is so powerful, is we see things not as how they are, but as how we are, right? So when we're looking at the world through those lenses, of course, we both feel that we're right. So this is not about who's right. This is about how do we come to the next level? How do we work through this? Okay? And I am here, calm, cool, collected. I'm not getting angry. I'm very grateful. So let's figure out solutions. I'm not part of the problem. I'm part of the solution. Okay? And the tip number 3 is you being willing to let go of the need to be right. When you need to be right and you need to prove to them, and you're going to tell them muff, and you're going to show them, and you are going to really grab them and tweeze their eyes until they see the way that you see, is going to go sour. It's going to drop you. It's going to be that slide that is going to take you below the line, because it doesn't work. So I would say something, don't listen to me, but don't listen to you either. Listen to what works. And it never has worked for you to try to prove somebody wrong by you being right. Because when you're so set, and when I am so set, when we're so set in being right, then we're making somebody wrong. Now the relationship loses. So how do you win in every argument? When you are calm, cool, and collected, when you are in humility, when you're grounded, when you're in love, when you are coming from a place of gratitude, right? When you have that clear intention that I am here to take us to the next level. I'm committed myself to take us there. No, we're not going down. No, I'm not going to allow it. And that means that I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to stay my cool, and I'm going to let you talk. I want to see your point of view, but I'm going to be the one partner right now so that the second partner can join, right? But I'm going to be the one with wisdom here. I'm not going to be the one trying to argue and fight and prove myself right and prove you wrong, because when you do, you lose. The relationship loses and everybody loses. Children lose, right? Children end up without parents, broken homes, divorce, because we want to prove ourselves right. So my invitation to you is to relinquish that need and be able to say, you know what? I'm humble enough. I want to have that intention. That's what I'm committed to creating. And I don't need to be right. This is what I think, but I might be mistaken. Can you see the power in this? And if you want to change your life, if you feel that you're stuck, I'm going to invite you to click on the link here, because I'm going to invite you to a webinar that I am hosting, where I'm going to show you how to get unstuck. How is it that you can change your life? And there's another invitation that I have here for you too. You can schedule a session with me. You can go coaching with me. People have amazing results. Your life can change. You can be transformed. You can leave the anger behind, leave all unwanted emotions. And it is at the other end of your fingertips by just pressing this. So as my invitation to you, let's design a life that you love. Let's create a new world for you, okay? This is Soraya Tana. Thank you for being here with me. I am looking forward to seeing you on our next episode. And in the meantime, I am inviting you to design a life that you love. Ciao, ciao.
You have the power to change in an instant.